people speaking, and then you're just like, pardon, est-ce que vous parlez français? Is that French? Maybe il te pose des questions et tu comprends rien. And then you're just like, pardon, pardon, pardon. And I'm like, you speak English? Then you say yes. And they start speaking to you. Boudin. So boudin is like pork, guts, inside that it's like motura. Sausage. Oh, you don't eat pork? Ah. You could go to ADL and come back even worse French. Because you try to speak English. They're there. And then you will speak English as well. You'll help them with their English, they would help you with your French. And then you'll come back together and people are like, me, you don't think women stand men up?
I don't think men stand women up.
Oh, really? J'avais un rendez-vous avec Riziki, mais il m'a posé un lapin.
Salut tout le monde et bienvenue à Avec Nous, where Cayenne flavor meets French flair. On today's episode, we're going to navigate cultural shock when moving to a francophone country. C'est un sujet qui touche beaucoup de monde, and I am joined by a very special and beautiful guest that's going to take us through her experience moving to a francophone country, les bases, les autres, les astuces aussi. So I'll just let her introduce herself before we continue the episode.
En français?
Any.
Ok, bonjour. Je m'appelle Ivy Guitao et je suis vraiment heureuse d'être ici aujourd'hui. Merci, Rochelle. Je parle français and English as well. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I hope you enjoy.
You can plug yourself now if you have like a business, what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a business.
Good.
Learn French. I market French classes at Alliance Française. So if you're looking to learn French, starting or even just improving your French, welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Avant de plonger dans ce sujet, le sujet principal, we are going to start with our usual question, which is qu'est-ce qui a attiré votre attention cette semaine?
Cette semaine.
Yeah.
Cette semaine, Spotify Wrapped. Let's go. Tu utilises Spotify?
Oui.
Tu as vu ton Wrapped?
It's crazy. I don't think it was so rigged this year. No.
Right?
Yeah.
It didn't seem correct. Like, and then last year's was, I just feel it was much better. And then they didn't even give us personality. Someone said they only gave us like our moods for every month.
Yeah.
And then they gave them cute names. Imagine you're going through a breakdown and they give you a cute name for all the sad songs you were listening to.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me it was Spotify Wrapped. So like it was so interesting to see people's music taste, like because I'm sure everyone is sharing on the social media. So ouais, ça c'était vraiment intéressant. And yeah, I found my top artist. I saw them on only one other person's Spotify Wrapped.
Who was your top artist?
He's called Dwayne the Stoic.
Oh, English or?
He's Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm plugging him actually. It's really good music. Go listen.
Yeah.
Spotify Wrapped.
Okay. I think for moi, I got a French idiom that says poser un lapin. Lapin is a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually means to stand someone up. So this is for the men, you know.
Yeah.
That's a fancy way for you to say that you stood up. You can use that one.
So who's being stood up? The men.
Right? Yeah, when I say poser un lapin, that means like standing someone up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can put that in a sentence to say that I was stood up. But it's the men that actually stood up. I don't think women.
You don't think women
I would
stand men
never.
up?
I don't think men stand women up.
Oh, really? No,
don't
you
think
just
so.
say, like, if you were to go to a date and someone doesn't show up, and you're telling your friends, oh, j'avais un rendez-vous avec Riziki, mais il m'a posé un lapin. That's what she said. So
yeah,
you
okay.
stood me up.
But there's no way a man will. No, that won't happen.
Wow.
Why are you the first one on the date, actually?
Oh, yeah, by the way, you need to show up like so that you can look
Unless
at the
I'm the one
person
who
first.
asked you out, and that would be so weird. But anyway, times are changing. Don't get stand up
Times
as
are
a woman. In no way. Okay. Hello. We're going to dive into like the questions, and my first one would be quel pays as-tu visité?
Ok. Quel pays? La France et aussi Guadeloupe. Mais Guadeloupe, ça fait partie de la France parce que it's a territory of France. So, you know, the way France has territories outside France. They're usually mostly islands, so like Guadeloupe, La Réunion, Mayotte, Nouvelle-Calédonie, like that. So Guadeloupe is a small island in the Caribbean. Oh, and next to it there's Martinique as well, which is also an island, a French territory. So yeah, those two.
Okay, that's interesting. First question would be, quand tu es arrivé dans ce pays francophone, what was your first impression? I think maybe we can talk about Guadeloupe because that's the one that I know you've been there for
a long time. Yeah. Okay, well, tout d'abord, let me give context. So, en 2020, j'ai participé au programme Assistant de langue. Je connais le programme.
Oui.
Tu as déjà participé?
We're actually doing it this year.
Oh, you're doing the application?
Yeah.
Yay! You're tourism. Yay!
But it was there in 2020.
Yeah,
despite COVID.
2019 actually.
Like you guys went despite COVID?
Yes, we went through COVID. We went with masks on the plane, with visors. You had to take a test every few days. Like, it was so hectic.
Yeah.
But we were determined. So it was for Assistant de Langue. I chose, like, Guadeloupe was one of my choices. And then I didn't realize at the time that not many people go to, like, the territories. Most people choose France. So if you were to choose a territory, you're definitely going to that territory because they don't have a lot of people choosing those places. But anyway, I didn't regret it. It was a bit like, to start, it was a bit scary, of course. First of all, you have to go to one country and then go to another country because the journey was so long and so expensive. Yeah, so and then so in 2020 I got in the program and then I flew to France and then you have to fly from France to Guadeloupe. So that's how I arrived there. What was the question?
What was your first impression?
Oh, okay. So on arrival, it was hot. It's like Mombasa, of course, because it's an island. It was hot, so hot, so humid. That was my first impression, like getting off the plane, just hit by heat. And then after that, it was people speaking, and then you were just like, "Pardon, est-ce que vous parlez français?" Is that French? Because they were speaking so fast. And then in Guadeloupe, they have an accent because they have they speak also Creole, which is, so they speak French and Creole. So their accent is different from French. So that was like shocking. I couldn't understand what anyone was talking about. So thank God, the person I was going to work with, like in the school as an assistant, she's the one who came for me, and she's an English teacher. So she spoke a lot of English, of course, and then thank God for her. So getting there was like that. Like, I couldn't understand what people were saying, and it was hot. And then I had to go to the place where I was living. people that were not very friendly, like they were not, like interested in.
Does it have like black people or there?
Yes, actually, it's primarily black people. Like, actually, white people are the minority. Yeah, so it's fully black people. Like, you can't tell. People couldn't tell I'm not from there unless I spoke.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, that accent, it's a bit
So
foreign. Yeah. They don't even know Kenya. That's another impression. These guys, they don't know Africa. They don't know East Africa. They don't know the countries. Because you have to go to, they ask you, where are you from? The older people, sure. But for the kids, they ask you where you're from. You say Kenya, they're just like, Seusa. They have no idea. I mean, it makes sense because it's such a tiny island. Nahuko, it's so far removed. And like, if you're not interested in the world or in the news and everything, you would never know that country exists. Just like us, we don't know some countries exist. Like, someone would say Abidjan, like.
Honestly, I had Guadeloupe for the first time from you.
Exactly. I also had Guadeloupe the first time when I was doing the application. I was like, hey, where is this? And then I looked it up. Yeah, just the same way. So I didn't really take offense. Like, it's fine. It makes sense. Yeah, so that was my first impression. The heat, they couldn't understand anything, and the way people had no idea where Kenya is.
Is the unfriendliness, is it like, is it rude or it's just, they just don't care?
It's just like they're living their life. You're there. It's different. Your perspective is different because you're like a tourist.
So
you think everything is interesting. Like, wow, you want to talk to people.
And they don't want to talk.
But people are like, I have to go to work tomorrow. Like, they're living their life. I have to go to work tomorrow. I have to pay this. I have to pay that. I have responsibilities. I don't have time to. I'm not a tourist. This is my life.
Yeah.
This is my life. But they were not like not friendly. I mean, like, when I say not friendly, I mean like they were not interested in like what you're doing. So it's like, there's someone living with us. Okay. If they find you in the kitchen, hello, how are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here? For how long? Stuff like that. They'll talk to you, but they were not like coming to my room being like, let's go hang out or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. That's, wow.
It was interesting.
It's actually one of my choices, so I'm really taking notes, and I'm thinking, hey, okay.
It's not bad. It's really nice. Like, once you get used to, people get used to you, you get used to people. Everything is okay. It's just like when you meet people the first time, obviously you're not going to be super interested.
Okay, exactly. Escalier shows key to immediate motion. Okay, but I think you've captured that. But are there like some things that stood out from the other shocks which just didn't make sense?
Okay, this one is kind of positive. See, La Beauté. It was so pretty everywhere. Like, everywhere you look, it's beautiful. There's water everywhere, like beaches were beautiful. Like, you just feel like you're on an island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like good. The vibes were nice, to be honest. Like, even if you're in the city, the architecture is lovely. Like, everywhere you look, there's nothing boring. Even the old things, like, because they had like newer buildings and older buildings. Literally, the older buildings were like wooden, and it's in a town. So like, wow, that's interesting. Some have burned down, and because of course they're wood, they're gonna catch fire easily, and then it hasn't been renovated yet. So that was also interesting. And then like everything was pretty, to be honest.
What about their way of life? Like, since let's say it's the coast, and the people from coast here, they are known to be very slow and easygoing, and unlike like Nairobi. So how is like their way of life?
The way of life, I'd say it's pretty normal, like Nairobi type life.
Like the rush.
Yeah, there's a rush, especially like during the weekdays, and people have work, people have school, like people are moving, shops are open, so like you go and find the shop not open at noon, they'll open the shops early, things move quickly. Yeah, maybe like Ukondani, because I used to live in a town, and there like people were active, but when you go in Ndani, it was more chill.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
but even
living
if
close.
they had things to do, they did the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the language? Comment ça s'est passé au début?
Au début, franchement, c'est difficile. C'est difficile, même pour acheter quelque chose au supermarché, c'est difficile parce que tu es là. Mais oh, attends. First of all, you had to arrive and then create a bank account or set up a bank account.
I heard about that.
Yeah, you have to go to the bank and talk to humans. So, like filling in forms and then maybe il te pose des questions et tu comprends rien. And then you're just like, pardon, pardon, pardon. And like, you speak English? Then you say yes. They start
kind of
speaking
started
in
with that
English.
one.
You ask first if you speak English. No, I had gone with the intention of
Okay, yeah.
being as French as possible. So that's like you could go to ADL and come back with even worse French.
Yeah.
Because you try to speak English. They're there. And then you will speak English as well. You'll help them with their English, they would help you with
Your
their French. And then you'll come back to Kenya and people are like, me chwapa silo bedo, chwapa silo bea, me chwapa. Yeah. So yeah, you have to create to set up your bank account, and then so that was like a challenge to just do that transaction because first of all I was so scared. It's not like I couldn't say like what I want.
Yeah.
You're just so scared for them to be like impatient with you and everything. But in the end, it worked out. Like I was able to set up everything. I was able to buy stuff from the supermarket.
No one helped you like the first few days, like the person that was your direct contact.
No, and my day, I'm a good day, but she can't take you everywhere.
Okay.
So, because she still has to go to work. So, it will be like more guidance, like you need to do this, you can go here for this, and then now going there is you alone.
And the directions, like maps, like the way you can, is it like as complicated? Because I think also in learning French, something that I haven't grasped from A1 is direct. I still don't get how they look at. I feel like they look at the maps differently from the way we do.
What do you mean?
So if we go there, I think I'd just be so lost if they start. And then here we're used to when you go to town, Afia Center is green. Archives is in the middle of this. So how is like their directions? If she was to direct you to go somewhere,
she even directs me. I don't think so. I think I depended on Google Maps. I was walking like this because at least in the town you can walk. So I was walking like this. Nikki Potter and it's on the in the other direction. I just do a 180 and start going that way. Yeah, it wasn't too bad finding the names. Plus the place is so small. So like it won't be it wasn't too difficult. Yeah, directions wise. But I didn't have to ask anyone specifically. Like you're talking about like you walk up to someone and you're like
and then they start telling you go right, you go left, and then you take that, especially that one for take that street or take that road.
And then continue street to make you a good. I know, I didn't have to do that. Only had to do that once but that was in Paris. Like we were looking for a train, we didn't know where to go, so we had to ask a guard. The guard was like eventually tired of our terrible French and he started speaking in English. It's just like this way and then this way and then there.
Speaking of trains, what's like the mode of transport in Guadeloupe?
In Guadeloupe, that one is that could count as a shock actually. You know the way here it's so easy to get from one place to another.
Yeah.
Like you have matatus that go everywhere. You have all the taxi apps. You have bikes. You have options. Wow, there. That you should know if you want to go there. Like getting around is kind of difficult, especially if you don't have a car. Especially if you go to a more like not in a town area. And then because the buses in the town where I was, they were very frequent. And then along the coast, along that coast, because there are two sides, there's Conter and there's Pasteur. So Conter, there was like the buses were frequent. You could get around. But on this other side, it's just forest everywhere, so it's a bit more difficult. And I think the buses are they're less frequent on that side. So yeah, taxi, you could get taxi, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And then you're not making they don't pay you like a lot, like you pay like you live like a student. So getting a taxi would be like a like last resort option.
Yeah.
And so yeah, unless you find friends who drive, or you hire a car and then now you drive around.
But since it's small, you can walk.
You can walk, but you can't walk everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, because even if it's small, it's very small if you have a car, because you could literally go around in less than 3 hours, in 3 hours or something.
Okay.
Especially like on one side. If you're walking, like you can't walk from one end to the other end.
Okay.
You will literally walk forever. it's not that close. So you could walk if you are in a town and your schools are in the same town. You could walk to your school.
Oh yeah.
But if you're in this town and then your schools are in the next town, you will probably need a bus or something to get to your schools.
Okay. No bikes.
Imagine no Buddhas. There are no Buddhas. Like you would walk outside and you're like, take me. No.
That's weird.
It's really strange. It's really strange. Like you have to be prepared for that. Yeah. Do you drive?
It's a complicated.
I
do. I actually have a driver's license now, but the driving in Nairobi is very. It's hell.
I know.
So I have tried a couple of times, and the accidents I make are just no. Maybe next year. I'll try next year. But you can actually acquire a car there.
Yeah, if you have enough money. Yeah.
Okay. No.
It's not true. There's places you can rent a car for a month or something. Acquire, like buy
or rent.
You can rent a car for sure. You can even rent a scooter.
Okay, that would be so much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Lanrichu, what was like the first dish you had that you've never had here, and how was your experience with the first dish?
I'd say over there is a lot of fruits de mer, like seafood that I don't have. Like here, where will I get unless I send myself to a restaurant that has seafood? So that seafood is like readily available for you. So you can buy lobster, octopus, So I think that one seafood was the first thing that I would say was very different for me. But I don't think I'm a seafood person. I really like fish. Like, tilapia.
And tilapia only, and it stops there.
Octopus. I tasted it, I'm just like, oh, why is it so chewy? It's just chewy. No, I didn't like it. So crab, I feel like it's a lot of work to eat because you have to break all those things. Lobster is okay actually. Yeah, but I prefer fish. I just like fish. That's it. Another thing is something they call boudin. It's written Boudin. Boudin. So boudin is like pork guts inside it's like motura actually, like a sausage.
You left me at pork.
Oh, you don't eat pork?
No.
I don't even it's fine. So that one is like you put meat like pork guts into just like you do motura, and then it has a lot of blood, like you can see the redness. So that one I was just like, nope, I'm not gonna eat that. No, thank you. It's nice for the experience. I think I only tasted once and then I was like, thanks.
It's not doing it.
It's okay. I don't have to eat everything. But yeah, people really like it, and it's like a very common thing for people to have. So I think it's called black cake in English. Black pudding. Yeah, pudding.
It's not. Is it fried or? Or it's actually cooked into rice.
I think some people cook it. Yeah. And then now, but now with the blood, will you cook the blood? No. So it has blood. It's just
That's really weird.
because even here I don't eat. You know when you go
Yeah.
out and then I don't like to family gatherings and they change a goat or something, and then they do that thing they put stuff.
Blood.
Even that one I don't eat. So it makes sense that I wouldn't eat this one as well. Yeah, but people really like it.
But what about like the meals? Like today, Monday to Friday, you've left work, gone back home. Is there like specific dish that you would do that was easily available or
Oh, like me.
yeah.
That's not interesting at all. I used to eat noodles a lot. I was there just living like a student with my Indomie. But it wasn't Indomie. So I used to eat a lot of noodles. But for meals, you could find everything you need, like in the supermarket. Or
like things that
market.
you as a Kenyan would actually be
Yeah,
interested in
they had
eating?
like kamande, they had
Oh.
rice, peas, mishiri,
Okay, that's
everything.
good.
Normal, just the kawaida stuff we have here. Meat now that I never ate beef even once. Like I went to buy. It's so expensive.
Oh.
People eat chicken, a lot of
Oh, okay,
chicken.
okay,
Because
that's
chicken,
fair.
you go to the supermarket and then the beef is packed like in small two packets. But chicken, you can find like a whole bag of 20 thighs or 20 like different parts. And that one would be like €5. And the beef there on the packet would be like 10. This is expensive in Guadeloupe or even in France. So I used to eat a lot of chicken and pork. Pork was also in bags. Anything in a bag was
Cheap.
affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically,
I would love the. I also don't like beef, so that would favor me.
You'd be fine. Like, you'd eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of chicken. Wow. But it was really good. It wasn't like bad chicken or anything.
Is there like a dish that you missed home
That I
during
missed
that
home?
time?
Gali. I miss gali
Really?
so much. Yeah. And then I'm not those people who pack like 2 kg. No, people don't even pack 2 kgs. They pack like 6 kgs
of yeah.
I was just like, imagine it's fine. But I miss gali so much, and then I had to go look for maize flour, and then there's yellow. I don't know why.
Corn flour, maybe,
or it comes from the yellow corn.
Oh,
as
yeah.
opposed to the white.
The white
because I
one.
never saw the white maize there. So the flour was yellow, so I used to eat yellow gali. But sure, the taste was the same.
And like they had like the vegetables that we have here. It's the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I bought a lot. Like there, you have easily frozen. This could also be a part of the shocks. A lot of frozen everything. So they have frozen
because of the weather.
Yeah, they have frozen everything. And then if they have to import a lot, because it's an island, of course. So they had frozen everything. You get frozen skooma, frozen hohos, and all those peppers. Everything I used to buy was frozen, except onions. Everything else, you just cut your onions and then everything else you remove from a bag. Even skooma, they were like 2 cubes. Frozen 2 cubes in a bag.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was nice because I didn't kata skuma. Not me.
Okay. Et puis les interactions sociales, like now that you said, they're not so friendly, but generally if you had to just walk around, how was like the social interaction?
For me, as an introvert, it was really hard to make friends. And then on top of that, there's the language barrier.
Yeah.
I don't speak as fast as them, of course. And some people are not gonna wait for you to get your sentence together. But for the first year, because I did it twice, the first year it was chill. Like I think with roommates, they would invite me to things like let's go hiking, let's go to this restaurant, have that. So they are the people I used to know. The second year though, I met other people. Like it was easier and then if you meet one person, it's easier to meet
other people. Yeah.
So the second day it was much easier. And then now activities were like meeting is usually for activities. So we're meeting to go on a hike, we're meeting to go to a restaurant, we're meeting to go to the beach, things like that.
You'd actually go on a hike like with that weather?
Yeah. Hey, if you were to wait, I'm telling you, if you let it bother you, you won't be able to do anything.
It's like hiking in coast.
Yeah. It's headache, it's hot, but you got used to it. Plus, where the hiking is on the forest side.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
with all that like cover from the trees, it's really it's doable. It's very doable. And also at the end, there's a waterfall, so you can always like
Go and
cool
swim.
down. But it was doable.
I don't know if I'll find it like a challenge. I think I'd find it a challenge because I'm thinking, you're black like me. So why are you making this so hard for me? Like, I think I'd get that from like a white person because it's language barrier, it's cultural difference, and then also the fact that we're just two different races. But from like black people, it sounds so.
It's our no. Imagine I totally understood because I'm like they're doing things in life. If someone spoke English, like it was easier to interact. But if someone only spoke French, it's like you'll only talk for a few minutes, and then after that, it's like, okay, bye then. But it wasn't in like a mean way. Like I'm not gonna like.
I think it's because Kenyans are so nice. Like Kenyans are generally so nice to even like tourists. Even black tourists, like they would really give you the time.
I just thought this is very normal. I'd behave like this as well because I'm not that extroverted. So if you are a foreigner and we meet and like we talk and we click, okay. If we don't click, like it's okay too. Yeah, you can't expect everyone to behave like Kenyans. Yeah, and that's not to say that like everybody was not friendly. Like some people were like, oh, so you're from Kenya? Then they ask you questions. Then they take time to teach you something like a culture or a word or something that they think you'd find interesting. Yeah, so not everyone. It's just like you meet, just normal. You meet people. Sometimes you click, sometimes you don't. So,
okay. Donc, qu'est-ce que tu fais pour t'adapter? And like, if someone was to move there, what are like the advice, cheap tricks that you could give them for adapting?
For adapting them, well, first of all, don't carry any jackets. You don't need them.
Even at night?
Even at night.
Oh, because
maybe something light like this. That's the heaviest thing you'll ever need. Yeah, because
Mauritius is actually like an island as well, but at night it gets very cold, like windy. It's so windy and cold. So I think, okay, I don't know. I thought maybe it's the same.
Of course, it's not as hot because during the day it could go up to like 31 degrees even. But now at night, like the lowest I ever saw was 23.
At night, that's hot.
Like 21, it's raining like properly. Yeah, 23 is very hot. You don't even need blankets or anything. Your bed sheet is fine. But no bed sheet is also fine. Yeah, so if someone wants to go there, I'd say like as an assistant or even as a visitor.
Even as a visitor.
Yeah, as a visitor. For adapting, you can get a car. So that you're able to get around because there's so much to see and you won't be able to see a lot of it without a car or someone who can drive because there's so many places to see, honestly. There's a lot. And then another thing would be if it's for ADL, find a place before leaving here so that you don't end up there with nowhere to live. Try to find a collocation because anything else would be extremely expensive and you're not gonna be able to afford it unless you can. Like if you're depending on only the salary, then you won't be able to afford it. But if you have maybe you started saving and or someone is sponsoring your trip, you can find a place where you're alone. So find a place before going and then just show up and then go to the place. Usually, they're very honest people. Because me, I found a place before leaving, and the lady just trusted that I was gonna show up and I was gonna pay the rent that day. Because she wasn't like, oh, you need to pay a deposit to book it.
yeah.
No, she was like, okay, when are you arriving? Okay, fine, we'll meet that day. And we met that day, like from the airport to that house. And then she was there, and I paid the rent and the deposit, and I moved in.
The rent is paid like weekly, monthly?
Monthly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine was monthly. I never had anyone paying weekly rent.
I think in the UK that's what like they do. Like they either weekly or after every 2 weeks. It's never like monthly.
A month. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So I thought like maybe just the European countries that's what they do.
Maybe there's some people like that, but everywhere I lived was once a monthly, and everyone I knew also monthly. So most likely monthly.
Okay. I wanted to ask like the challenges, but then I remembered you mentioned like maybe stuff to do with transport. One thing about transport, if you were to like hire a car, the driving rules, it's not the same as here, so you definitely have to go for a driving lesson there.
Yeah, I think people usually get like an international license that allows you to drive anywhere. Yeah, but yeah, you'd have to really pay attention. Yeah, because they drive on the right, not on the left like us. The rules are different. So look into an international license.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's very informative and interesting. I wanted to know about Guadeloupe because it sounded so interesting when you talked about it. Like when you told me about it, I was like, oh, I didn't even know there's something like that existed. So I knew about Mayotte this year when they were having that.
Oh, when they're having that, the thing you do.
Yeah, they don't talk about those tiny countries much.
Yeah, you'd never hear about it.
So even La Reunion, I knew about it because someone who went for a year like this year, that's the country they went to.
Okay. How are they doing?
They haven't spoken since they got.
What?
I don't know what's going on. But they did. I think he just told me when he landed, and he said like the people were pretty old. I don't know the town he's in, but it has like a lot of senior citizens, and that's it. Never heard from him again.
Oh wow!
So I don't know.
I hope he's well. They're very lonely.
Yeah,
that's a challenge. Actually, I could say it can be very lonely in the islands, especially because you're probably going to be the only Kenyan. You'll have other assistants like from America,
other countries,
in Britain, and other now assistants for other languages.
Spanish,
Portuguese, but you're most likely gonna be the only Kenyan. So there's no Swahili, like hakuna mtu mtaambia aki wacha. Literally it's only to the So I used to talk to my friend on the phone all the time. Any chance I got, because we could speak in Swahili. Yeah, so that's a challenge. So maybe check up on that person.
I will.
So if they're doing okay.
Okay. Donc, maintenant, on passe à notre jeu préféré. This time we changed a different game called French or Fake. So I would give you like a word, and then you tell me if you think it's a true French word or a fake one. Yeah. Are you going to time us, or we just have fun?
Is that timer? No timer.
Donc, today oui, c'est français or no, pas du tout.
Okay.
First one, chocolatine.
Chocolatine.
Yeah.
Chocolatine. I've never heard this word. Chocolatine. No, it's not French. So, what did you say?
No, okay, for ça va. Actually, no, c'est vrai. C'est un mot français. It's an original word for pain au chocolat, but it's a bit controversial in France.
Really?
Yes,
I've never. Please, can we just call it pain au chocolat? What is chocolatine?
So maybe if you don't want to say like the whole thing.
I wonder if you can go and you say chocolatine and they know what you're talking about.
We're gonna ask Julie. Julie is like our
your friend.
Yeah, friend.
Please
We'll
ask her
see if
friend.
she'll know what it means.
I've never had it called any other.
Glutrier.
Glue?
Glutrier.
Glutrier.
Oui. We're testing your skills.
Glue. Oh, am I telling parents?
Yeah.
Glutrier.
Gloutrier.
Sounds French.
It's not. It's not even a real word. Okay. The other one, clamboulet.
What?
Clamboulet. CLENBOUL accent grave or aigu. I think aigu. I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Clamboulet.
Show me.
What do you think, sister?
Yeah, what do you think?
French?
I'm not saying French.
It's not. And I think I would have known it. It's not, since I've not seen so many French words that have consonants following each other. They have such a hard time pronouncing consonants that follow each other, especially N and then another consonant. So I just knew that one though, that it can be.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very hard one to pronounce. No. Souffle. But
Souffle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Baked egg-based dish. Interesting.
Our three.
Quinceillerie. That's the one I was saying. It's quite hard to pronounce. Quinceillerie. QUENCAIEWLERIE. Let's get fonts. C'est vrai, c'est un mot français. It's a hardware store.
Ah bon.
The second last one, papoter.
Ah, ça c'est vraiment français.
Oui, to chat or gossip. The last one, mouche à fleur.
Mouche à fleur.
Mouche à fleur.
One word.
Yeah. No, it's fake, but it sounds poetic. No, it's a fake word.
It's a fake word.
It's not.
Mouche à fleur. I don't like it could exist.
It sounds very poetic, but no, it's not.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sawa. We've learned some new things.
Yeah. We're going to perfect our vocabulary, I think. How else would you know like a real or a French or a fake like French word?
I mean, I personally wouldn't know. I just guess. Unless I know the word.
Yeah.
If I don't know the word, then I'm just guessing.
Okay.
I don't know which other way there is. Even in English, like, would you know a fake English words?
No.
Especially if they sound like
Maybe you wouldn't know fake English words, but maybe fake Swahili words you might not. You won't know if they're fake or not. Because Swahili is quite.
Swahili is like French at this
Yeah.
like language.
Yeah. Okay. Merci beaucoup, Ivy, d'avoir partagé ton histoire avec nous. We have learned so much about Guadeloupe, and I think just moving to like a Francophone country, and for like everyone, please tell us in the comment section if you had any experience moving to a French country, how it was, or like the cultural shocks you had. If you have any questions, you can also leave it down there so we could ask Ivy and then she can tell us more about it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, comment, share, and subscribe. It's free. It's free. Donc, oui, maybe. Do you have any last words?
No, just thanks for having me. I hope it will be helpful to somebody.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you can participate in the ADL program. Definitely participate.
It's a good idea.
If you want to learn French, definitely learn French. Like it's all going to be helpful to you in the end.
Okay. I'm not so sure when this episode will air, but I think this would be a perfect time to tell them that there's the last session for Cafe Blah Blah this year. Yeah, on the 14th.
Well, there's Cafe Blah Blah is an event, so to speak, où les gens qui parlent français pour se rencontrer et parler et discuter les sujets divers, peut-être même jouer au jeu. I'm in French. Et voilà, ouais, c'est intéressant. Hein. Donc, si vous parlez français, vous êtes les bienvenus.
Okay, because we actually put the poster in the first episode we ever had with Bakari and Nana, because they mentioned. So yeah, I found someone asking like more about it, because the way it was just written Cafe Blah Blah, they didn't understand. Okay. So it's a good thing we have Ivy here, and she's like one of the animators. So yeah. I think we'll put the poster again, the one that you did this week. So hopefully this episode will air before then. Okay. Yeah.
If not, there's also one in January.
Yeah, there's one every month. Yeah. Donc c'est tout. À bientôt.
Bye. 15.
That is a good